Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, the honorable judges, and all of my beloved brothers and sisters. First of all, I'd like to say thank you so much for giving me this valuable chance to learn and foster my English skill. Well, let me introduce myself. I'm Berliana Oryzia Sativa, just call me Berliana, and I'm studying at State Islamic Junior High School Batu. It's great to see you all. Ladies and gentlemen, before I get into the core of my speech, let's praise and thank the presence of Allah Almighty for the opinion of grace and the joy of all of us can still breathe. Enjoy the whole day without any worries at all and in a good health, not forgetting the salawat and greetings we pour onto the Prophet Muhammad SAW, who has brought us out of the dark age to the era of bright age, namely Islam. May we all get invocation on the end. Amin. On this occasion, allow me to deliver a couple of sentence speech entitled Create a Healthy and Drug-Free at Madrasah Environment. Dear happy brothers and sisters, Sukarno said in his speech, give me 1,000 parents, I will be able to move the North and South Poles. Give me 10 youth, I will be able to change the face of the nation. The young generation is the hope of a nation. That hope is great considering that the fate of the nation in the future depends on the mindset and behavior of the younger generation, who are also called the next generation. Along with the times, the behavior patterns of the current generation have to be adapted to the times. It's just a challenge for all of us that the younger generation today is faced with conditions that are very concrete. The most serious problem faced by the Indonesian people is socializing and drugs among the younger generation, especially school students. Ladies and gentlemen, how can change the face of the Indonesian nation if the younger generation becomes victim of drug abuse? We can now see news about the dangers of drugs in various media, especially social media, which is very close to all of our friends. The effect of drugs use are not only felt in the short term, but also in the long term. Besides being able to cause the effect of addiction so that it slowly destroys the body, using drugs is also the same as opening the way for us to the destruction of life. Happy audience, we must always be careful because drugs dealer can now do anything to mislead us. The main target is as a student who are in a stable condition. For this reason, the younger generation must stay away from drugs and never try them, because once they try, they will be addicted to them continuously. This is very self-defeating because those who consume drugs cannot see a beautiful future. This is a bleak future. There are many causes for the younger generation to consume drugs, namely the lack of love from both parents, promiscuity with the environment or friends, lack of awareness and education about the dangers of drugs. The audience are all careful with drugs, because drugs are not only in the form of tablets, powder and others. However, drugs can be mixed in cigarettes, soft drink and snack. And moreover, drugs can be mixed with cigarettes because many young people now smoke. Therefore, be careful when buying food or drink. Do not accept food or drink from people we do not know. Effort to avoid the dangers of drug abuse can be done in at least 3 ways. First, from yourself. That is, each of us fortifies ourselves from the possibility of becoming drug user. We can do that by being smart in choosing friends to hang out with, because not always close friends will bring us in positive things, but will be the opposite, namely bring us in negative things and harming us. Second, by increasing faith and piety to Allah, by carrying out all of Allah commands and staying away from Allah prohibition, we will avoid despicable deeds. Third, let us always remember that whatever we do today is basically saving for our future. If we save goodness and glory today, then that goodness and glory will be repeated in the future, including in the hereafter. Then, what about those who have already become drug user? Do not give up. Immediately return, stop taking it. Go to rehabilitation. Decide everything that allow us to reconnect with dealers and drug user. And there are also many consequences that arise from people who often use drugs in their younger generation, especially among students, which can damage brain performance, reduce enthusiasm for learning, make themselves often dependent, and even more dangerous if they continue to consume drugs will be fearful and the future what we want is destroyed. Friends, say no to drugs so that you avoid drugs that can mislead yourself, because once you try, the door of hell will open for us forever. Let the audience and our present unit the determination to eradicate drugs, so that the younger generation of the nation's successors becomes a healthy generation that is not ensnared by drugs. My message as the younger generation is to protect yourself from momentary pleasures. because drugs are not everything for us. Prioritize a brief future over enjoyment. Make yourself a friend to be a healthy self that is usable for the nation and state. Keep on pursuing your dreams and goals. That's all what I can share to you. Hopefully, it can bring insight and change into our life. I'm sorry for my mistake. Thank you so much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.